I still remember the exact shade of blue on the screen. Not the dress, not the flowers, not the sky, the phone screen, a text message, 7 words, no greeting, no apology, just a cold, clinical verdict that felt like a door slamming shut in my chest. You are not invited to the wedding. Please respect this. I read it 3 times. Then I set the phone down on the kitchen counter. The one I had wiped clean at midnight. The one I had cried over for 2 years straight. The one that still had a faint scratch from when my daughter dropped a heavy glass jar of pasta sauce when she was 16. I never fixed it. I kept it there like a scar I refused to hide. They banned me from my own daughter's wedding. Not because I was abusive, not because I was absent, not because I failed her, but because I was a single mother. And in their world, that made me inconvenient. Let me tell you how we got here. Let me tell you about the quiet kind of shame, the kind that does not shout, the kind that just settles in your shoulders, in your voice, in the way you hesitate before saying my husband when you have not had one in 12 years, in the way you shrink when someone asks what your partner does. I learned how to disappear without leaving the room. But this was not quiet anymore. This was a line drawn in marble. A verdict handed down by people who thought love was a ledger, who thought family was a title you earned by checking boxes. And I was missing one. So they erased me. Then the groom called. And what he did next I still do not have the right words for. But I am going to try, because you need to hear this. You know what is funny about weddings? They are supposed to be about love, about beginnings, about 2 people stepping into the light together. But for some families, they are about control, about who sits where, who speaks when, who gets to stand in the photographs, who gets to be called family and who gets to be politely removed from the frame. I did not ask for a front row seat. I did not demand a speech. I did not even ask to walk her down the aisle. All I wanted was to sit in the back, quietly, with my hands folded, watching my little girl become a woman, watching her smile when she saw him, watching her cry happy tears like I did when she graduated, like I did when she got her first job, like I did when she told me at age 9 with tomato soup on her chin that when she grew up she was going to marry someone who looked at me the way her father never did. I never told her I heard that. I just hugged her and held on a little longer than usual. So when the save the dates went out, I knew my name would not be on the list. But I told myself it was fine. Maybe it was for the best. Maybe I would only ruin the vibe. Maybe I would make people uncomfortable with my presence, my history, my quiet, unapologetic survival. The real text came on a Tuesday. Rain tapping against the window. Coffee gone cold. I was folding laundry. Just normal. Just ordinary. Just the kind of Tuesday that does not prepare you for your heart to split open. It was not from Maya. It was from her soon-to-be mother-in-law. Dear Clara, as we finalize the guest list, we have had to make some difficult decisions regarding seating and family dynamics. Given the circumstances of your separation and your current status, we feel it is in everyone's best interest if you do not attend. Maya understands. She is focused on this new chapter. Please respect our boundaries. Thank you. Circumstances of your separation. Current status. Difficult decisions. As if I were a logistical problem. A spreadsheet cell they could delete with a click. I did not reply. What do you say to that? Thank you for your transparency. I will mark my calendar accordingly. Understood. I will stay home and quietly mourn the fact that my existence is a liability to your daughter's happiness. I sat on the edge of the bed, and for the first time in 12 years I cried like I was broken. Not because I was angry, but because I realized something. They did not hate me. They just did not see me. And that is so much heavier. Let me take you back. Not to the wedding, not to the text, not to the groom. To the night I became a single mother. It was 3:17 in the morning. I remember, because the digital clock on the nightstand blinked that exact time when I heard the front door close. Not a slam, not a shout, just a click. Final, quiet, like a book being shut for good. He did not look back. He just said, "I cannot do this anymore." And that was it. 12 years of marriage, 7 years of fertility treatments, 2 miscarriages, then Maya, a miracle, a storm, a reason to wake up, and then silence. I did not collapse. I just got to work. I learned how to fix a leaky faucet by watching tutorial videos at midnight. I learned how to budget down to the dollar. I learned how to smile at parent-teacher conferences when my bank account had less than $40 in it. I learned how to say we are fine when we were anything but. People called me strong. I was not strong. I was just out of options. And when you are out of options, you do not get to fall apart. You just keep moving, even if your knees are shaking. Even if your chest feels like it is caving in. Even if you are crying in the shower so your daughter will not hear you. Maya never knew how close we came to losing the apartment. She never knew I skipped meals so she could have new shoes for school. She never knew I took a second job cleaning offices after she went to bed. I would come home at 1 a.m, smelling like bleach and exhaustion, and quietly kiss her forehead while she slept. And she would whisper in her dreams, "Love you, Mom." And I would whisper back, "Love you more." But none of that mattered to them. To the in-laws, to the extended family, to the cousin who posted real families stay together on social media with a stock photo of a picket fence. I was a cautionary tale. A woman who could not keep a man. A mother who let it fall apart. A single parent who in their eyes carried the quiet stigma of failure. They did not see the lunches I packed, the homework I checked, the nights I stayed up worrying about her college fund, the way I held her when she cried over boys, over grades, over feeling like she was not enough. They just saw a label. Single mother. And to them that meant broken. But here is the thing they do not tell you about broken things. Sometimes they are the ones that hold the most light. Wedding planning is a quiet kind of violence. Not because of the stress, not because of the budgets, not because of the floral arrangements, but because of the exclusions, the little cuts, the unspoken rules, the "we are keeping it small," the family only, the "we are doing a traditional seating chart." Translation: you do not get to be here. I watched from the outside. Maya posted a photo of her dress. Caption: found it. She is perfect. I liked it. Did not comment, just liked it. She posted a video of the venue, a vineyard, string lights, white tents. I zoomed in, counted the chairs, imagined where I would sit, row G, maybe H, far from the aisle, far from the photos, far from the spotlight. I would be fine with that. Then the bridal shower happened. I was not invited. I saw the photos online. My sister was there, smiling, holding a glass, wearing a dress I bought her for her birthday. I did not say anything. I just closed the app and stared at the ceiling. You know what is worse than being left out? Being expected to pretend it does not hurt, to smile, to nod, to say I am happy for her, to swallow the lump in your throat like it is medicine you are supposed to take. I did it. For months. I bought a dress anyway, navy blue, simple, elegant, no sequins, no drama, just me. I hung it in the closet, touched the fabric sometimes, wondered if I would ever wear it. I wrote a letter, 7 pages, told Maya everything I never said, how proud I was, how scared I was, how I loved her more than my own breath, how I hoped she would build a life so full she would never feel the loneliness I did, how I would step back if it meant she would be happy, how I would always be her mother, even if I was never invited to the table. I never sent it. Because what if she did not want it? What if the letter became a burden? What if my love was too heavy for her new life? So I let it sit in a drawer. And waited. Wedding day. I woke up at 6 a.m, did not hit snooze, did not check my phone, just got up, made coffee, toast, sat at the table, watched the sunrise paint the sky in soft pinks and golds. I told myself I would be okay. I told myself I would survive. This. I told myself I would watch the live stream. I would cry in private. I would send a gift. I would move on. Then my phone buzzed. Not a text. A call. Unknown number. I almost did not answer. But something pulled me. I swiped right. Hello? Clara. A man voice. Calm. Clear. Young. But waited. Like he had rehearsed this. Or maybe like he did not need to. Yes. This is Ethan, Maya, fiancé. I did not breathe. My fingers tightened around the mug. Ethan, I did not expect to hear from you. I know, he said, and I am sorry it took this long, but I need to talk to you. In person. Today. My throat closed. Ethan, I understand. The wedding is today. I will not interfere. I just wanted her to be happy. Clara, he interrupted, gently, firmly. Please, do not apologize for existing. I am outside your apartment. I have been here for 20 minutes. I needed you to open the door. I stood up, walked to the window, pulled back the curtain. There he was, tall, dark suit, no tie yet, hands in his pockets, shoulders squared, looking up at my window like he knew exactly what I was feeling, like he had already decided something. I did not ask why. I just went downstairs. Footsteps. Door opens. Cool air. He did not hug me, did not shake my hand, just looked at me. Really, looked, and said, "You are coming with me." I got in his car, did not speak. He drove in silence, hands at 10 and 2, eyes on the road, jaw set, not angry, not nervous, just resolved. We pulled up to the venue. Tense. Flowers. Guests milling in pastels and smiles. I froze. Ethan, I whispered. I cannot. They will. They will not stop you, he said. Because I already told them you are here. My heart dropped. You did what? I called. Your sister. I called my parents. I called the officiant. I said Clara is Maya mother. She is walking in. If anyone has a problem with that, they can leave. I stared at him. Why would you do that? You barely know me. He turned, looked me dead in the eyes, because I know her. I know how she checks her phone at 2 a.m. to make sure you are okay. I know how she cries when she talks about the nights you stayed up with her after her first heartbreak. I know how she kept every drawing you ever made her, even the ones she was embarrassed by. I know she is brave because you taught her how to be. I know she is kind because you showed her what it looks like when the world is cruel but you refuse to be. I know she is standing in a dress right now shaking because she thinks you are not here. And I am not letting her spend her wedding day feeling alone. I am not asking for permission, he said. I am giving you a seat. And if they do not like it, they can watch from the parking lot. He opened my door. I stepped out. The wind caught my hair, my dress, my breath. I walked toward the entrance. People turned. Whispers started. My sister's eyes went wide. My ex-husband cousin dropped her program. My daughter, future mother-in-law, stood up, face pale. And then Maya saw me. She was standing near the altar, veil already on, hands trembling, eyes scanning the crowd. And when she locked onto me, she did not gasp. She did not run. She just broke. Tears spilled. Fast. Unfiltered. Real. And she whispered loud enough for the front row to hear Mom. Ethan did not let me sit in the back. He walked me down the center aisle. Not as a guest. Not as an afterthought. As family. He pulled out a chair. Front row. Center. Sat me down. Then he went to the altar. Took Maya's hands. Looked at the officiant. And said, "Before we begin, I need to say something." The crowd went still. Maya squeezed his hands. He turned to me, looked right at me, and spoke. Clara raised Maya alone. Not because she wanted to, but because she had to. And she did not just keep her alive. She taught her how to love, how to stand, how to forgive, how to build something beautiful out of broken pieces. I fell in love with Maya because of the woman who shaped her. So today I am not just marrying her, I am honoring the mother who made her possible. And if anyone here thinks Clara does not belong in this room, they do not understand what family actually is. Maya cried, full, unstoppable, beautiful. She ran down the aisle, did not care about the dress, did not care about the guests, did not care about the rules. She fell into my arms, held me like she was 7 again, like the world had just put us back together. I did not speak. I just held her and whispered, I am here, baby. I am right here. The ceremony continued, but it was not the same. It was heavier, lighter, truer. Every vow felt like a promise. Every tear felt like a release. Every smile felt like a victory. And when they said I do, the first people they hugged were me. They told me I would ruin the day. I showed up and made it real. They told me I did not belong. I sat front row and watched my daughter become a wife. They told me my love was conditional. I proved it was not. People think shame is loud. It is not. It is quiet. It is heavy. It is the voice in your head that says you are too much, not enough, broken, uninvited. But here is what I learned. Shame only wins if you believe it. And love does not ask for permission. Love shows up. Love speaks. Love changes the seating chart. Love halts the ceremony. Love looks you in the eye and says you belong here. I am not a cautionary tale. I am a testament. To the mothers who wipe tears in the dark. To the women who stretch themselves thin so their kids never feel it. To the ones who are told to step back and step forward anyway. If you are listening to this right now, if you have been banned, erased, minimized, told to shrink, hear me. You are not the problem. You are the foundation. And one day someone will look at you and say, I would not be here without you. Maya still calls me every Sunday. Ethan still asks how I am doing. The in-laws still avoid eye contact at family dinners. I do not care anymore. I stopped measuring my worth by who invites me to the table. I started building my own. They banned me from my daughter's wedding. Then the groom changed everything. Not with a speech, not with a scene, but with a choice. A quiet, unshakable, deeply human choice. To see me, to honor me, to say out loud in front of everyone she matters. And sometimes that is all it takes. Thank you for listening. Do subscribe.